Energy is information for the purpose of connection. Thank you, Zach Bush, MD. You're a legend.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard. If you're watching this, Zach, say hello, and we love you, man. You're the best. G'day, guys. Ninja and Darcy here again.
It's nice to be on the table again with your Ninja.
We're going to have a bit of a chat today, aren't we, mate?
So I love a chat.
We've got to get him right for a game of footy tomorrow. So he's got a couple of concerns, a right hamstring and a left calf.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit more about them, the calf and the hammy? And
Yeah, sure.
We'll start working on them.
The hammy, we'll start with that. The hammy is just, it's a constant spot that I find tension or tightness. If you follow our videos, I'm always getting treatment up high, my hamstring, right on that tendon. I guess it's just an area that I must find is weak. And during my lifts and my sprints during my lifts and then my footy, I just feel a lot of build up. And I know that getting treatment on it can relieve it. So it's just like taking advantage of Ninja's expertise today is what I'm looking forward to on a Friday. And yeah, while we're creating content, what not better time to do a real life treatment. So yeah, that's right on it straight away.
So that's on it?
Yeah.
I was about to ask you where it was. So
right
up
there.
high, bit medial.
Yeah.
So just hold that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Far out. That's great. So what are you hitting there?
So I reckon it is the hamstring tendon, but yeah, probably pushing through into adductors a bit too. Just wherever I can find a block, that's what I'm chasing. So we want to kind of clear the blocks, clear where it's stuck, and let the body be able to heal itself. Be able to get rid of the dead cells, the damaged cells, the stuff that's
taking
calcium.
Up space.
Yeah. And let the blood rush in and bring in the nutrients and build it back better. Yeah. Hello, Patreonos!
Patreonos! Oh, you're a natural! Jenga! Oh, what? He's there. Come on, show your legs!
Please, my turn.
Yep.
No! Right, I'm done.
Patrono pole dancing for you. Oh, yeah, I'm going. Nice.
All right, grab him. Done.
Yeah, no, it feels really good. Straight away, you've found the spot. And I guess that's what makes our treatment so good, is that you can straight away get connection with somebody's pain within the first minute of treatment. People know exactly what they're in for. And that's something you teach and harp on, don't you, man, is connection and getting that in early. You know, there's no point treating for 20 minutes and then getting connected and then finding their pain, or then, you know, really starting to be effective.
Yeah.
So this is effective straight away.
Yeah. Yeah, we want stuff to work. Yeah. You know, that's the things, results are the main thing. So, and this is, connection, that word is a big theme for us, isn't it? So we kind of connect in, you know, with the actual pain point, this thing that's stuck in our body. So we've got to really engage with it, connect flush with it, but in a manner that's in a healing kind of way that's not going to damage it further. It's going to get, but to its maximal potential as well. Yep. We want to hit it so it's sort of not crossing that boundary. Yeah. And clear it out, melt it out is a really good way of thinking. Like melting is a really like soothing kind of word rather than explosion and damage and trauma. We don't want any of that. We want to connect with it in a manner that's therapeutic, and there's a knowing that it's going to be better in the future, and that's what we're trying to tune into. Yep.
So I can feel that's like referring down the leg. There's associated pain to it. There's like a trigger point in there. Yeah. And it just feels really good that you're waiting there with weight, just sitting on it and holding it is like the perfect remedy. It's the medicine I need.
Yeah. So and the word connection, I've been pondering it a little bit lately, so give you a bit of my pondering.
Yes, please.
Give you a little piece of my pondering.
Give me a piece of your pondering, Ninja.
So I'm just thinking, like, connection is probably the most important thing as a human that we need to have in our life, and there's many forms of connection. So I was just thinking of different ways you you can connect. So connecting in with yourself, I think, is a really important thing to do. So what are your values? What do you stand for? What's important to you?
Yep.
Tuning into that. So it's sort of like that introspective kind of stuff, that time that you take to kind of process the day, digest the day, you know. So that's why might be breath work, meditation, journaling, you know, just that deep thinking, and even conversation, I think, is a good connection way of being a human. But you kind of, when you're talking, you can kind of understand your own feelings and your own perspective of your own life better, because you're kind of putting it out there, and then you can kind of, you know, if it doesn't land properly, or, you know, people can bounce things back to you. Do you mean this? Is this what you're going through? Or things like that. Then you can kind of better understand yourself, and it kind of processes better. Then you can kind of understand things, get the nourishment out, and let go of the waste, the things that aren't serving you anymore. They
taking
still
up space.
Yeah, they're not paying rent. They're still lessons. They're still valuable. It's still worthwhile. The contrast is kind of where all the wisdom is, because you kind of realise when things are working and they're good and things like that from the contrast, from experience. If everything was always good, there wouldn't be any contrast. They wouldn't even know that it was bloody good. So
there's lessons in the pain. There's lessons in the struggle. There's lessons in the failures, aren't there, Ninja?
Yeah, there is, man. So, but so connection with yourself, then connection with others. So conversation, a big one, you know. And what I think about too is like ways that you can connect is that we like to do, which I think is a really cool thing to try and do, is through groups of exercise, you know, exercising in groups. So our sprints and our lifts and circuits and things like that. It's a really kind of healthy way of connecting. Through food, you know, eating together, sharing drinks together, you know, preparing food together. You know, it's one of those things that really bonds us. So it's important to try and do this kind of stuff. So connect with others. We like to connect in, you know, when we're treating, you know, really let them know that you're present. They're there. You're there for them. You're going to guide the thing. But so that's really important. And I think in connection with like something else out there perhaps is a really important one to have as well. Like I don't want to kind of label it, but like if you want to call it God or a creator or just something, the universe, something that you kind of is beyond us, higher than us.
Spiritual.
So, spiritual. Yeah. Jason's getting hot. Our cameraman's getting hot. So yeah. The other connection things I think about is like nature. So connection with nature, you know, getting out, have a nature bath, you know, all the different kinds of nature you can get. So it might be forest, it might be river, it might be lake, beach, even be city, you know, that can still be, just get exposed to it. I think it's the different biomes that are important, the diversity is important, but it's sort of that nourishes our eyes. You know, nature is epic, and we've got to take time to observe it because it's beautiful. And like Zach Bush says, like that's what sets us apart, humans apart from the animals, is we can observe beauty. So, and they just sort of fly past, the birds are flying past the sunset, don't give a shit, you know. We kind of sit there and are drawn to it if we go to the sun. And so it's a really important thing. So
I guess that's why a lot of people enjoy travel. You know, they want to see the world and see the different beauties, and you know, say it's the pyramids, or they want to see the Great Wall of China, all these or natural structures, whatever they might be. But you're right. The animals,
they don't do it.
They don't care.
Yeah. So nature. Take your shoes off. That's another way of connecting. You're disconnected when you're in your shoes. Disconnected from your body. Disconnected from the earth and nature. So take your shoes off and just get outside in the fresh air. So, and sun is very important to connect with sun as well.
And the water.
Water, spring. Go to the spring. Go to the source. Yeah. So I was sort of, I think there's a few more that I've got on my list that I've written. Me and Leo are going to do a reel kind of on this to summarise it all. And so it's sort of like, if that's the one of the most important things in life, make sure you have a checklist and try and tick these off each day, each week, as many as you can, so you can, live your best life, be the best version of yourself. And, connection with other humans and sharing the journey, sharing the things with them is it's very important, community, tribe, your clan.
Your family.
Your
team.
So really important. So we just sort of, that's one of our most special things about where we work is we feel like we've got this connection with each other because we meet regularly. So that's probably another word is consistency, So if you're consistent, you know where people are at, you kind of know what they offer and, what they're going to probably bring to the table, So consistency is really important. So you've got to kind of schedule in connection. So it's, you stay healthy.
Yeah. Routine is a bit of that, isn't it? If you're keeping a routine and you're not getting off the track, getting off the rails and falling into bad habits or disconnected from life or your community or your own health. I guess that's what I take from it. I guess we're just humans. We're just wanting to be accepted, aren't we, man? We've spoken about that beforehand, but we're all just wanting to be accepted. And I guess if you can dive into your own health and looking after yourself and really prioritize that first, you will become more authentic with yourself, and you will start to find more authentic people and people that, because sometimes it's really hard to, people are still trying to figure out who they are, what they love and what they want to do. There's a lot of lost people, a lot of lost souls on this planet.
Yeah.
And unfortunately it's because they've become too disconnected from themselves.
Yeah.
And they're wanting to be accepted into some sort of, society, I guess. They want to be accepted into society, but maybe doing that, they've lost who they are, and they've lost their authenticity. And that's a little bit deep and maybe tough to hear, but just stay on the rails and start getting connected to the things that serve you and help you and prosper you in life.
Yeah.
That's really good down in the ankle, man. Tell us what's going on in there.
Yeah, I've heard a bit of a crack in it. Yeah, I suppose we're just talking about health, really.
Health is the key theme, isn't it?
Yeah, how health in general. This is not new information, but it's going backwards. There's more people that are physically sick and mentally sick on the planet than ever. So and it's very hard to kind of be authentic and like what we're talking about now. Be the best version of you when you're sick.
Yeah.
Because if you're in pain, if you're suffering from diseases, you're lacking energy, you got brain fog, you got all these different ailments, you're kind of, that's a prison that you're in, and no one wants to be in prison. We all want to be free. And one of the main ways to be free is be healthy. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you got in your bank balance, you can still be free human, if you're kind of healthy. So we kind of, that's what we're all about, the muscular therapies. It's about the ground floor, the physical body, get that healthy. So, and it comes with consistency and habits and taking care of yourself. But you got to dive into yourself to figure out what is the source of your suffering as well. And so that's what we're all about, is pushing into things. We face things. That's a sort of a thing that people don't want to do today. They don't want to face things. They want to blame people, blame environment, blame others, blame situations for our, lack of competence or lack of ability or, bad luck or whatever it is. And it's true to a large extent, but how are you responsible as well? What can you do to change things? Yeah. What can you learn?
What I think of that there, Ninja, is do what is right, not what is easy. That's a good quote to consider then, because yes, if your environment isn't amazing and or you don't have the money or you don't have the resources, that would be, that's somebody that's really challenged, right? But what can you do to prosper? How can you really work on yourself? How can you get yourself out of that situation? How can you change that environment for yourself? And look, there is I guess, luck involved in terms of the environment and where you are globally and where you were born and where you were raised. But we're probably not talking exactly to those people. It's people that we're talking to are those that are taking the easy route when they've got opportunity to actually challenge themselves and do better in their life. You know, the easy route is sitting on the couch and eating fucking food after food and washing it down with some Pepsi and having some chips and, you know, just not going through the stuff that they need to go through to actually figure out why they're choosing these easy choices. You know, it's challenging yourself, and I don't know, it might start with getting up at 6 a.m. and doing some grounding and some breathing and doing things that are habitually good for their biology, good for their human makeup. So that's a good one too.
Get out of bed. Get some structure. Get some routine. Just get out and start.
Yeah.
Get the biology moving.
Yeah.
Energize it.
Yeah.
Spot there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find all these spots. Yeah.
This right here, it's not easy, but it's going through it
Yeah.
to gain the greater reward. You know, there's possibility of freedom of movement. There's less pain. There's improved performance. There's reducing injury. There's all these good things that come out of it. That's the same with just getting up early or making a choice to eat healthier or making a choice to find a community of people that are like-minded and healthy and doing things that are good for you.
Yeah. And one thought I had too, just then, a lot of the stuff we're talking about right now it's free.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah.
You know, it doesn't cost a thing to go outside, to have a conversation with somebody, you know, to do some journaling or, you know, things like that. And you can eat healthily quite cheaply as well. If you start growing some sprouts and you start sourcing out seasonal foods and you go to the farmers markets and you know what I mean? You can grow your own things to a point, you know.
It's organic too.
Yeah. So, yeah, we just come up with movement, walking, take your shoes off and do some barefoot springs like we do. It's free. You just need a little bit of space, you know, so we can, you know, we've always got excuses about time and money and all that kind of stuff and resources, but we need to be resourceful. So that's the thing, and you just learn more and more as you go, and it becomes a part of your fibre after a while too. Once you kind of have continuously done it, people know you for that thing, and they kind of expect you to be that way. So so if you've always been, you know, drinking and whatever it is, eating a certain way, people are kind of know you for that and expect you to be that way. So it's sort of it's hard to change. Because there's connections and associations and links. So with that kind of thing. So,
be the change you want to be the change you want to see.
Yeah.
You know, be that person you say that you want to be and actually put things in place to become that, you know. Don't say, I want to lose weight. I really want to play footy, or I really want to get to the gym, or you know, just start doing it. Take it, baby. Do what you say and be what you do.
With that kind of stuff too, Darcy, it's like you got to be realistic and have a plan. So like if it's, you know, you can only do a 1 kilo bicep curl now, don't fucking just pick up the 20s and just, you know, injure yourself and just get all, you know, disgruntled and things.
You disheartened and go, that's not for me.
Incremental changes and progressions, you know, like that's what it is. Consistency, incremental improvements, your trajectory's got to be up, and be realistic with where you're at. So, but the consistency is the key. So if you want to exercise, try and just exercise once a week for a start. Get that done. If it's a walk or a skipping rope or whatever it might be, whatever you kind of like and you'll stick at, do that for a start. So, be realistic.
Challenge yourself. Tough times create tough people. That's a really good one too. So I'm sure there's a lot of people out there with excuses and they're blaming their surroundings, going back on that. But do things that are challenging for yourself. You know, go and do a 1 minute cold shower in the middle of winter. You know, it sucks, but get out of it and see how you feel and go, yeah, I just ticked that box. I just did that. I said I was going to do it, and then do it tomorrow, and then do it the day after, and then do it for 6 weeks in a row, and just see how one small change in your life that is a challenge that you really don't want to do, that you do and you say you're going to do, that's called discipline, how your life prospers and how you feel and how the people around you start to look at you differently, or things start to come into place the way that you start to envision, you know, things you start to dream about actually start happening, and just from small changes. Yeah, it's cool.
That's it.
This is awesome, man. I don't want you to stop.
Keep it going.
This palm and the Achilles, I need a few more.
Yeah, a few more. Anyway, so I'll give you a Zach Bush quote, and I've tried to say this one in a different video.
You got it?
Yeah, I've got it written down over here. So, and I'll try and, we need more time to think about this one, ponder it, and maybe you out there can ponder this one as well.
Yep.
It is, energy is information for the purpose of connection.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was just thinking about that is action. Okay, action. So me going to the gym, me talking to you, me doing some retrospection work, my journaling and things like that. That's action. So I'm getting information, and then I can connect. You know, so we want to connect with each other. We want to each other have the best life possible. You know, and that's where true happiness and true meaning, true richness is through connection. You know, sharing information. You know, if we're doing nothing, how can we fucking share? You know, there's no information to share. There's nothing we've done. You know, we haven't created the stronger body, the vitality, or the business, or the relationship, or the, you know, the building or the thing, you know. So it's sort of, that's the energy, the action that needs to happen. And then the purpose of all that is so we can connect with each other, you know. So that's what it is.
Love it. I'm glad you got that one out, man. It's sinking in for me.
Yeah, so we need to ponder it more because it's deep. Thank you, Zach Bush, MD. You're a fucking legend.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard. But yeah, you probably, if you're watching this, Zach, say hello, and we love you, man. You're the best. So anyway, keep on fixing this bloke's Achilles, but we'll probably sign off for now.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We love you, and head to our Patreon for more exclusive content. Make sure you do like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Done.